If you're eating healthy, training hard, and doing all the right things, but your body still isn't changing, it's probably not your genetics or your metabolism that's the problem. It's probably your diet. And the chances are you're falling into a few very common booby traps that keep even the most disciplined men stuck. So in this video, I want to show you what those traps are and the 4 simple fixes that'll get you losing fat and seeing real results again. Starting with number 1, and that is that you might be eating a little bit too healthy. I know that sounds strange, so let me explain. You see, companies have spent billions positioning their products as healthy. We read labels and buy food based on the fact that it says high protein or low fat or even just the word healthy on the label. People are filling their diets with food that has been marketed to them as healthy without understanding the true cost of the calories, the sugar, or even the ingredients that are going into these things. Stuff like protein bars and nut butters and oat milk and even smoothies. A lot of guys I speak to on a daily basis, and I see this on my YouTube comments all the time as well, these guys are very prone to using buzzwords. Buzzwords like home cooked or made from scratch or gluten-free or low carb or organic. They convince themselves that they're eating healthy, but when they don't get the results that they think they deserve, they think it's down to their genetics, their metabolism, or even something like insulin resistance. Just because it feels right, it doesn't mean it is. And the reality is they don't know how much they're actually eating because they're not tracking. These days, you can very easily eat healthily and still be in a calorie surplus without even realizing it. But at the end of the day, what it says on the label doesn't matter. The numbers do. So if this sounds a little bit like you, the very first thing I would suggest you do is a 3-day food audit. This is where you track everything, but you don't change anything. You want to be 100% honest with yourself and try and find the parts of your diet that have been holding you back up until now. So look up the portion sizes and the calories and the macros of the foods that you're already eating. Plug those in and you will probably be very surprised. Like I say though, it's super important that you don't demonize any foods or start making wholesale changes at this point. It's an audit. It's about understanding where you're at right now, raising the awareness, and then figuring out what changes you need to make. So that's number 1. Number 2 is that you might be tracking, but you're probably not tracking properly. You see, when you're a health conscious man, which you are by watching a video like this, it's very rarely your main meals that are holding you back. More often than not, it's the bits around the sides. It's how much oil you're putting in the pan when you cook, the condiments you're dipping every single mouthful of food in. It's the butter that you're lathering on thickly on your toast, or those innocent lattes or healthy smoothies, and even the supplements that you're drinking every single day. These all add up and they add up fast. And it can easily be an extra 300 to 600 calories a day without you even realizing it. So on paper, your diet can be perfect, but then it can be completely wrecked by liquid calories and bits on the side that you're not tracking. So the action step here is pretty straightforward. Just be 100% brutally honest with yourself about anything that passes your lips and make sure you track it. Whether it's oils, dresses, sauces, drinks, it doesn't matter. You can swap the normal condiments for the light versions, whether it's mayo or ketchup. You can start using the 1-calorie oil spray rather than just free pouring it. You can swap the milky coffees and the juices for black coffee and water. What you want to be doing is recognizing liquid calories as a optional extra. Or what you could do is think that if you wouldn't eat them with a spoon, don't drink them mindlessly. So that is number 2. You are tracking, but you're not tracking properly. Number 3 is that you're chronically under-eating. So most people have been conditioned to believe that eating less is always better when it comes to losing weight. So they slash their calories, they start skipping meals, but then they wonder why nothing's happening. Well, what is happening is your body is literally fighting back. It's lowering your metabolism, it's increasing your hunger hormones, and it's making you crave higher calorie foods. So eventually you're just gonna binge. You see, your brain's job, its number 1 priority is to keep you alive. And in the comfortable world that we live in now, filled with luxuries, it's gotten very used to the fact that you can get food whenever you want. So as soon as you start to restrict that food, it assumes that there's some sort of world apocalypse famine or something. So it's going to jack up your hunger hormones, jack up your cortisol, keep you awake, keep you alert, keep you stressed out so that you get up and go looking for food. And I'm sure you've experienced this. When you are deep into a deficit, you think about food 24/7. You dream about it. You cry yourself to sleep. You wake up and it's the first thing you think about. So you think that you've got this willpower problem, but you don't. This is biology doing exactly what it's designed to do. And even though it sounds super counterintuitive, eating more of the right things can actually restart your fat loss, because your metabolism and your hormones can only operate properly when your body feels safe. So instead of seeing food as something that you restrict, see it as fuel, because we convert the food that we eat into energy and we use that energy to get up and burn calories. So if you don't have any energy, if you don't have any food, you're not going to have anything to get up and go and burn those calories. So what I suggest you do is try a short diet break, which is essentially where you just increase your calories by 300 to 500 for the next couple of days. Focus on fueling your workouts rather than restricting it and seeing that as punishment. Build your meals around protein, around whole carbs, and around veg. That's the stuff that's going to help you to stay full, stabilize your blood sugar, and preserve the lean muscle mass that you've got. Because remember, the more muscle that you've got, the better. I'm not talking about becoming Arnold Schwarzenegger. If it was that easy, we'd all be walking around absolutely jacked, wouldn't we? I'm talking about having lean muscle that helps boost your metabolism so you burn more calories at rest. Because you have to remember, sustainability beats starvation every day of the week. And a really good way to look at this is run it through what I call the 5-year filter. If this isn't a decision that you can see yourself making 5 years from now, it's probably not worth doing today. For example, you might want to be tempted to drop carbs today, but if you can't see yourself doing that in 5 years' time, which let's be honest, no one wants to do, then don't do it today. Because I think what most guys really want is to create a healthier lifestyle, something that gives them back their energy, gives them back their edge, gives them back their confidence, for something that's also sustainable, something that they can work in with their kids and their family and their social life and their work. So that's number 3, that you're chronically undereating. Number 4 is that you're overestimating exercise. This has become a much bigger problem in the last 10 years or so. And it's all thanks to those wearables that people have got on. But those wearables are woefully inaccurate, and studies have proved this time and time again. It might say that you're burning 700 calories. The reality is it's probably about 60% of that. Most people see exercise and workouts as the necessary punishment that they have to go through to then reward themselves with food. So they think a gym session earns them a pizza, when in reality, not only have they burned way less than the calories in a pizza, it's probably closer to a couple of slices, but it's also an incredibly toxic mentality. You want to be seeing your workouts as a way of building discipline and muscle and flexibility and strength, because you can't out-train calorie math. And you also want to separate movement from eating. Don't treat your workouts as punishment or something you need permission to do. What burns the calories is what you do outside of the gym. So we call this NEAT, which is non-exercise activity thermogenesis. And largely this is walking. 10,000 steps a day adds up to about the equivalent of 70 marathons a year. So if you can get consistent with this habit, you're going to burn about 40 pounds of fat in 1 year by changing absolutely nothing else. If you wanted to, and I'm not advising this, you wouldn't even have to set foot in a gym. So whilst we're always looking for the highest leverage decisions and habits that give us our best bang for our buck, it's very rarely one change in isolation that makes or breaks it. You want to be eating in a sustainable calorie deficit, prioritizing your protein, your fruit, your veg, your whole carbs. You want to be resistance training so that you can build muscle, because ultimately you're not just trying to lose weight, you're trying to create a more attractive aesthetic and physique. And you want to use your walking as a way to then burn the calories off. That's obviously a very simplified version of it all. But if you've been stuck in this cycle for a while and you're sick of second guessing everything, then I would absolutely love to help. My coaching program is designed to give you the blueprint of exactly what to do day by day. So there's no guesswork and no wasted effort whatsoever. I'll give you a personalized plan, which will cover your nutrition and your workouts. I'll hold you accountable when the motivation fades and when life gets in the way. And I'll guide you when you feel like you're coming up against those brick walls, which we all do in life. So if you're ready to stop winging it and want to follow a proven system that's helped hundreds of men just like you to conquer their inner bitch and build a strong, lean body that they're actually proud of, then click the link under this video so you can check out how the program works. Or If you're brand new to my channel, you have no idea who I am, this is the first video you've watched, then check this video out next, where I break down the 6 easy steps that you can follow to get under 15% body fat, whatever age you are at. Hope you enjoy the video. See you in the next one.